This is a ticket to the party.
Evening, boys. First service. You gotta love Mohammed.
Oh! That is a moment of absolute magic from Federer.
It's Murray magic, though.
Djokovic, what are you doing?
He's got quite a large gluteus maximus.
I've never seen anything like it.
Welcome to the Loosely Strung Tennis Podcast, where we all have better fitness than Nick Kyrgios. Boys, how are we doing today?
Not too. I doubt that for me. I get slated every week for my fitness. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
You are literally the walking, talking Nick Kyrgios.
You're not blowing out your arse after 2 games, A professional
Me?
tennis player was today.
Yeah, well, I know, but he said his abdomen was sore.
You probably are blowing out your ass after 2 games.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Right now, surely.
I mean, I played doubles. Anyway, we'll just move on from this. How are we all doing?
Yeah, good.
We're good.
Pretty tired.
We're good.
I was obviously at the Australian Open last night, a local correspondent. Watching a few games, watched Jack Draper play, struggled, but Navoni's a good player, so understandable. I watched Tommy Paul play. I watched a little bit of Auger Aliassime play Jan Lennon Struff. It was quite good, so got a good few matches in, and then I was the Scottish guy in the middle of the viewing area. I guess the Australian Open's Murray Mound or Henman Hill-esque sort of area. When Jacob Fernley beat Kyrgios, and everyone was like, no, and I was standing at the crowd and I was going, yes! And it was just me on my own. The Aussie boys I was with were like, fuck's sake, man. I was like, get up this 1-0 to Scotland. And that's a big thing for me over here because they tend to think that we're shit at everything. Even though half of them are Scottish. They tend to, they say that we are pish at basically everything, so getting one over their beloved Nick Kyrgios was fucking beautiful, lads. So get it right up him. That's what I'll have to say on him.
In today's episode, we actually are going to go through the Australian Open, and between us, we're going to pick a winner, runner-up, all that jazz. But just as you're touching on it, because you're the local correspondent, how well did Fernley play today, do you think, on dealing with the crowd and everything along those lines?
Yeah, well, for you guys today, for me, yesterday.
Yes.
We're all inclusive here. It was really good, mate. Played really well, really steady player. Got that, sounds shit to say, but kind of Scottish grit, you know what I mean? Against the world, looks like doesn't really give up easy. But yeah, really steady, returned really well with Kyrgios' serve as well. Had a lot of times juice 30-all in games that maybe he could have, although it was 6, it could have been easier. Kyrgios obviously says he's injured, but I mean he kicked up a lot of fuss and caused a lot of issues before the draw for a guy to do absolutely fuck all. So I'm actually glad he was out. Yeah, a lot of chat, a lot of pish. I'm glad he's gone. I reckon he probably retires. I think
He said that in his press. He said
done.
he thinks that's probably his last singles. I think he said that at the Australian Open, but I'm not sure if that's him touching on it just purely. And then a Eurosport were talking afterwards, does tennis need Nick Kyrgios? And I'm like, we've not had Nick Kyrgios for 2-3 years, and it's far entertaining enough without him.
We don't have him properly ever.
Yeah,
He's in and out,
exactly.
It sounds rough, but do you know what? He's more entertaining in the commentary. That's when he was actually quite good at his job. So,
do you know what? I actually really like Kyrgios, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, when he got all the crowd involved, and I just feel like sometimes now it's a bit sour. I'm like, I don't really like this.
He misses line judges and challenges, all that stuff. He needs all that.
He needs something to feed off, doesn't he? He needs a bit of controversy. Obviously, the stuff with Tsitsipas was good, but it has been a bit.
But for Fernley, Fernley's got, I think it's Kozo now.
Kozo next, French guy.
So, what an opportunity to get to to round 3. Just shows you how good that college system is in the US.
Yeah.
Had to leave our little shithole country and get over there because we're not providing enough.
We were actually talking about that just before we came on, how that college system probably helped them today because it was such a rowdy crowd. He kept so calm, so collected, didn't let it get to him. Just kind of shrugged it off.
Lucky didn't care, mate.
Yeah, it was like, all right,
Lucky didn't look like he cared at all. Like, maybe probably even enjoyed it. I mean, he's obviously played against college teams where they'll be booing every shot he hits, shouting during the points and stuff. So I think it is a great introduction for him. But yeah, interesting times. Were you boys up watching Ross P on the night shift last night? Were you watching any matches?
No, I was on the day shift. I got up. I woke up for 8 o'clock. I thought, you know what?
What?
Yeah, no, I woke up. I did have to snooze my alarm every 10 minutes for the next 3 hours. But I woke up and I was watching Murray. Well, I wasn't watching Murray. I was watching Djokovic. But I was like, I want to see what the Murray-Djokovic dynamic is with the new relationship. So I watched that match. I wasn't watching because I was surprised they put Djokovic, Kyrgios and Alcaraz all on at the same time in the schedule.
Yeah, man.
You had to pick one, really. I didn't think that was a great call by them.
I kind of like it though because at the same time, there's plenty of other good matches coming up. Like everyone's going to want to watch. So
yeah, I know, but
could you not flick between them as well?
You could not when you're half asleep.
You're not watching the Alcaraz game.
No, I
don't. I won't watch that. No.
When you saw the score, you're like, right, okay, I'll get on.
I'll be honest, I didn't really watch Djokovic v Murray. I watched
the Kyrgios Fairley one.
Yeah, and before that I watched Draper instead of Sinner.
Was the Fairley match on? I didn't know if that would be on actual TV back home because Djokovic and Alcaraz was on. That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm on my $6.99 a year for Eurosport. Just get that and for Discovery Plus for January and then
for 1 month
after the student. Yeah, and then I've been it after.
But we'll go into this draw then and dissect it because I think that's the way.
It, boys. Time to argue.
So we'll start section 1. Ross P, you want to fire it up?
Yes.
Like the DeLorean.
We're starting men's
singles,
section 1.
And I think we're all going to have the same answer here, but I think we need to maybe discuss who he beats to get to the quarterfinals. Sinner's going to be our answer here, but who's he going to beat? And we've got to obviously touch on Berrettini and Norrie against presumably Rune is going to be a cracker, one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, we also should probably preface this by saying we're recording this Monday evening UK time, Tuesday morning Australian time.
Yeah, so
half our decisions and picks here.
Wrong,
yeah.
That's why.
And this is going to release on Wednesday, so we're going to miss a day of schedule, which might completely ruin our whole prediction. But we should get at least most of them right since it's early rounds.
Yeah. For me, I'll throw my pick in first. I think it'll be Berrettini. I don't know why. I've just got a good feeling about him. I think Norrie will lose, obviously, to him first round. And I don't know if... It just depends what Holger Rune's got way more a chance of beating Sinner because Holger Rune does mad things sometimes. But I think Berrettini beats Holger Rune. So I'm going to go...
They're all sleeping here on Hubert Hurkacz.
But Hurkacz, I think, has got a tough draw for Hurkacz. Doesn't suit him at all.
Even Griekspoor first round.
Griekspoor's tough, and then
Lajovic or Kecmanovic. I mean, Kecmanovic, but both well. I Kecmanovic will beat Lajovic, and then you might have Kecmanovic Hurkacz. I'm pronouncing
I don't think
brilliantly.
Hurkacz has the game, but I don't think he has the grit or like evil side. Like
and he's
you know what I mean?
Back from injury as well. Was not out the second half of last year.
Yeah, he missed a lot. He's had but for me, I don't see it. But we'll have to have obviously a vote.
We're all going to say Sinner, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. Sinner top half.
Well, no, Sinner, but I mean to play against Sinner. It doesn't matter. Actually, you're right. So yeah, Sinner. Fuck it, what are we wasting time on? The guy's going to smash everyone there. So
Yeah, but I just want to see Berrettini get there. That's the only thing.
Me too.
We could pick the fourth
I'd like
round
him to. I'd love him to. I'd love Djokovic, Alcaraz, and Sinner all to go out.
Yeah. Same. But the next section is a spicy one now that my pick to have a grand fall off this year, Tsitsipas, is already out in round 1.
And you'll be rubbing your hands at that result.
I know, because...
To be honest, I'm also rubbing my hands at that result. I cannot stand the guy. Ever since he started giving out postcards to people, I'm like, fuck off.
But he lost to the youngest player in the top 50, Alex Mickelson.
Is he like 18 or 19?
I think he just turned 20.
He's a young boy, man.
Yeah, because,
young boy.
Playing well, though. And so across this section, who stands out? I know everyone's going to say de Minaur, but is there anyone you think could beat him?
If Bublik is concentrating, he's always in with a shout.
Nah, not for me.
Well, de Minaur has the ultimate Grand Slam player in round 1.
Van de Zandschulp.
The giant killer. He ended Carlos Alcaraz's US Open. He ended Nadal's career. He's got to quarters of US Open before. I don't think he's done much here, but he seems to always have a big Grand Slam result every year. And what a way that would be this year of beating the home favourite.
This is probably the most important match of that section for our prediction, because if we get this one wrong, that this whole section's probably humped.
I mean, I do think I think de Minaur's too good. Just as an all-round player, like even on his bad, like worst days, I still think he's fast enough to cause issues. I don't think anyone causes too many problems there. I think the rest
when you look at that,
be gone.
You can't really see anyone beating him.
No.
Famous last words, but and then he'll get pumped off Sinner in the quarterfinals. But we'll touch on that later on.
Is de Minaur our pick for that section?
I'd
then?
say so. Yeah.
I would say so.
I think the fourth round's probably going to be his easiest match. Looking at it.
No, I don't think one Karen Hashanov. He just does some mad things sometimes as well.
True.
Now this section is a stinker.
Yes.
Because you've got your top 2 players in it can either do extremely well at a Grand Slam or extremely badly. No other ways about it. And then your 2 other seeds in it are absolute wild cards that could bomb you off the court or be absolutely terrible and get knocked out in round 1 against a fellow countryman. I have no idea where we're going with this. Boys, discuss.
Tasty,
okay. This
for me,
this is a really good section.
Yeah, it's proper
got
good.
Everything you want in it. This section as a psychopath who cannot pick a draw. This is the worst section you could possibly ever imagine.
Yeah, because you're sitting here looking. You're looking on form. You're going, oh, Peche Perigard could he just serve his way through this 7-6, 7-6, 7-6, 7-6, 7-6? But I don't know if he'll be able to play a 5-setter.
Did he not play Fritz not that long ago? I'm pretty sure.
I just don't think he's got a 5-setter in him just now. I think that's a big jump. Fritz is playing, I'm pretty sure, the first ever autistic tennis player.
Oh yeah, Jensen Brooksby.
Not a joke.
Jensen
Brooksby
recently publicised that.
So that's an interesting one for those who are also on the spectrum. Musetti has a shot back inside.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to talk about Ben
Musetti
Shelton?
has a shot back inside. Could that change his career?
No.
Maybe. But
Well,
you
did
know
Murray
how
not do
good,
that?
how good
Yeah.
you feel.
Didn't
You know how good you feel
Didn't.
when you get a good haircut.
True.
Yeah, mate.
Crosby
Yeah.
doesn't.
I don't know. I
That's true,
actually
actually.
no. See, to be honest, I probably know that feeling more than anyone because of how little I get them.
You went
So-
once and then never
No,
went
but
back.
because it's like every 2-3 months, I'll get that feeling. Whereas you're getting your haircut like every 2-3 weeks. So it's just regular and it's just copy and paste every time.
Can you all give me who you think's winning this section?
So yeah, this is the section, the first first few we've done.
Okay, like fourth round.
don't want to
who
go-
do you think's in the fourth round?
I think
It's hard enough.
I'm going to go chalk and just say Fritz because I think he is playing. Like I watched him last week; he was good. Watched him in that stupid cup thing. Him and Coco Gauff both looked fantastic for the whole thing. So you're kind of like,
I agree.
And no one else. I would be shocked if he got put out, and it'd be round 3 where he struggles. But I mind you, him v Ben Shelton would be
Lovely. Yeah.
Shelton can beat him. He's one of the few players. When it's America v America, it's a flip the coin.
There's actually
That'd be a
just see
fourth
that
round.
section of the draw. How many of them have actually been top 10 players at some point in their career? There's so many there.
So many. I was like that's all, like
Shapo,
even, like,
Bautista Agut, Carreño Busta,
Malfease, probably.
Ortiz, Coric.
yeah.
So
And then even like Garen is a qualifier. Garen has
Did he
been
not? Did he not get to
Quarterfinal
Wimbledon? Deep in
Wimbledon?
Wimbledon? Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was Kyrgios who beat him quarterfinal,
Aye.
which actually
Lads.
ends up being the semi-final.
Brandon Nakashima could comfortably put out
Ben Shelton.
crazy.
Ben Shelton. And I would not be shocked.
A
Yeah.
section's crazy. Bonner, is
I'd
that Chorich
even
as
go
well?
out there on a limb and say I'd take Nakashima to beat Shelton as my pick for the first round.
Okay.
I think he'll beat him.
We'll
Um,
save that for the
Gets to
coupon.
fourth. Yeah.
But I've got Fritz going through.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
We'll go Fritz then. Is that a clear vote
Yeah.
for us
Yeah.
for this
Just-
section?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
Because
move on, because this section could literally go anywhere. It could be
I bet-
anybody.
Yeah.
The next section could go
I just think
anywhere. for
he's too
other
reliable
reasons.
these days.
Yeah. He is fourth seed, isn't he? So I mean, he's
He's
got
reliable,
that right,
man.
yeah.
He's a good player.
This section is a section where you do not trust anyone.
No.
It is just anyone could just lose here, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
and
Few
that's
head
just where
cases.
And
Yeah,
I
Tiafoe
know,
done his best to throw away.
I know
Threw
who
up
I'm
on
pi-
court.
I know who I'm picking in this section, and it is not Medvedev. So, is anyone wanting to back Medvedev here to get
No.
all the way to the quarterfinal?
I think I'd
Yes.
I would back
Yeah.
Medvedev on that. Yeah.
Me
I'm
too.
He's had too much
Me too.
success there.
I'm going to hometown hero.
Who?
I
Poppy?
think,
Pop?
I think Pop's going to do that this year. I think he's got a wee. I think it's time for an Aussie to have a run, and I think it's him.
Muti could wind him up beyond to no end though.
He'll have the crowd on his side, though.
Easy.
Muti's
Corentin
an
Muti's
absolute
been
nightmare,
messaging. Corentin Muti's been on like Hinge and Tinder and stuff out here, and Beth.
How do you know that?
Beth works in Glassons, and she was like, all the girls in Glassons are talking about this tennis player, and I was like, oh, it must be Kokonakis or something like that, because obviously. And I was like, oh, who is it? And she was like, I don't know how to say his name, and showed me, and I was like, Corentin Muti. And then he's been messaging all the birds in Glassons, just like a Zara back home.
Fair play, lad. You know.
So
I
I
think
hope
it's
Corentin Muti wins. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, could extend that storyline.
I'm a Medvedev. I just think too good to beat.
Yeah,
Low,
too solid,
like
man.
lower ranked players can't beat him, and he can't beat higher ranked players. Yeah, that's how it
Yeah,
works.
I think also he gets it's a decent run he's got right up
Fuck,
to the third
yeah.
round at least. I mean,
He's got a
who's he got there,
beautiful draw to round 3.
Yeah, he's got a good way of massaging himself into the tourney. He's not got a tough first or second round he has to get through. I mean, it might end up being a tough first or second round, and I could be eating my words as usual, and they could not be actually in the draw by the time we post this. But I think he's got a good couple rounds where he can just move and get
Yeah,
comfortable.
totally agree.
Yeah,
Cal,
I'd go
you-
Medvedev,
Anyone
Cal
else?
Medvedev.
You saw Big Four training. How did it look? Don't fancy it? No.
Like, nah, I look good. Look, mate, I know obviously everyone has a joke, but he's fucking massive.
Oh, he's a
Like, ripped.
absolute unit, man.
It's just like for me, it looks like an awkward tennis player, so it's hard to like his forehand's
Yeah.
obviously quite
Very
risky,
extreme.
and
Yeah, it's so extreme.
yeah, it bends in. It's like Tommy Paul's goes back like this.
Mm.
It's more spin as well, isn't it? So,
we
but
just-
I don't know.
Yeah,
Are
could
we
be
just
a
going to go chalk
Tiafoe-
here? Are we going chalk and Medvedev here just to move it along?
I just can't see him losing.
So for the
Until
top
he
half, we are
plays
just
a
going
big
with
player.
the
With the
seeds.
seats. We
Yeah,
are
we are-
boring.
We are boring.
Not always. We'll get there.
We'll spice it up in section 5, where we'll go straight to all picking Djokovic. So thoughts?
Well, I mean, there's no
okay,
guarantee
so
in that. I mean,
I'm not going Djokovic.
Who you
There's
going,
no guarantee.
Lehechka?
Are you on Matt?
I am
thought
going Yuri
Makic.
Lehechka.
Yeah.
You think? He is not going to beat Benjamin Bonzi.
Tell you what, Pissarro's had some lucky loser into the main draw, and then Dimitrov pulling out after a set.
Mate,
Yeah.
how good
Nice
is that,
payday,
man?
isn't it? Nice payday for not really doing a lot.
Unbelievable. That losing last round of qualies, getting ready to go home, and it ended up in the second round. Oh,
And
that's
not even
fucking
playing a
amazing.
seed or anything.
I know,
Decent chance
get
of
Benjamin
getting
Bonzi the next round, it's amazing. But yeah, I'm going Lehechka. I think I watched Djokovic yesterday. I know he won against the young American boy,
attempt
yeah.
to say the name.
Basavaredi.
well done.
Spot on.
And he obviously has Portuguese quality, next Faria, I think it is. I just think he looked slow.
Yeah, I thought that as well. What a scene of it.
Like he looked like time is catching up.
He looked like Nadal a couple
and
of years
I
ago.
don't.
That was...
Yeah, I think
This is my only thing.
that
I'm going to counter this and say the rest of that draw, when the pressure gets cooking, can they beat him? Can they tick him off? And my answer is no. Not one player. Lehechka can.
yeah, Lehechka's fucking good, and he's so young.
Yeah,
Like,
but he's meeting
Lehechka's
Djokovic
going to be top
later
10.
on, though.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Lehechka's
see
going
if
to
it
be
was-
top
see if it was
10
first round.
comfortable in his career.
Yeah, but see if it was first or second round, I'd be a bit more with you with that. But because it's they wouldn't meet to the fourth round, I think Djokovic is definitely getting through to that fourth round. I don't think he loses to Opelka two times in a row, or Makic.
Yeah, I mean, I
But-
don't think Opelka gets there. Thomas Mahat,
Yeah, Mahat.
unbelievable, man. Could be on his day the worst or the best player in the world. Like it just depends what shows
has a
up. He is
very
so
low
good,
floor when
so
he is
fast.
bad, though.
Does he not say he's the best player
Yeah.
on the planet? Yeah. So,
And Opelka, Tommy Paul said Opelka's the fastest player on tour.
Let's get along
Over
with
100
this, I
metres,
suppose.
so not side to side, but over 100 metres, fastest player
Yeah.
on tour.
Yeah, I know, but I think Djokovic doesn't meet. I think he goes through them, and I don't think he won't meet Lehechka until fourth round, and then that I would say Djokovic is too sharpened by then.
Fair.
For
You
that-
guys
for
can go
that.
Djokovic. I just wanted to put myself out there that my pick is Lehechka. I hope it's Djokovic because I want him to win the tournament, but my pick is Lehechka.
yeah, I'm saying Lehechka. But
So is this a 50-50 then? Is there a
Holy
deciding
shit.
vote here?
How do we
I mean,
decide
You know
it?
what? I think we should just, for a podcast, and to make it sound sexy, we say Djokovic get put out round 4, Lehechka makes a quarterfinal. That's a headline right there. Put that on the socials.
Just the
Yeah,
quarters?
good.
Well, let's go to the next section, where I'm going to be controversial in the next section, because
Yes,
I do
let's
not
go.
think Carlos Alcaraz is not making the quarterfinals of the Australian Open.
oh yeah, he is. Come on.
Someone's going to
No,
do.
he's-
I don't know.
He's
I just got a feeling.
No,
I've
he's
just got a feeling.
too good. The rest of them are all kind of big baseline hitters. He's too good for these guys.
I just got a
the
feeling.
only one
I
that
don't know
could
if
do it
is.
for me is Seb Corda.
I
Yeah.
think Draper will
On
beat
his
him
day,
though.
Seb Corda. I think
Draper
Draper
will
goes
beat
out to
Kokkinakis.
Kokkinakis.
Yeah.
Aye.
Maybe.
He looked
Kokkinakis is
terrible
hit or miss.
yesterday, mate.
Navoni's good though. He's
True,
just a grinder.
true. Navoni's a great player. Kokkinakis also decent. Crowd against Draper. Don't think he'll handle it well. Fitness is just horrendous for an athlete. Like,
Kokkinakis
always
is
sick,
due a run.
always.
He's due a deeper run, I think that is. Could be Kokkinakis.
I think
maybe
Alcaraz probably
Draper.
goes through, but Seb Corda. Ooh.
This is the thing. Corda has always got the potential, and he does well in some tournaments. He'll go to like a random tournament in some posh bit in Carolina and dominate it, like win a final 2-2, and everyone's like, and then he's like, I'm going to come into Queens, do well, and he's like, I'm going to do well at Wimbledon, gets put out in the first round in 4 sets. It's like, that's the sort of shit he does. He's not consistent enough.
Aye.
Didn't lose a final recently.
I
as well.
agree.
But if he goes on a run, this is the thing, if he gets into that 4th round, he's dangerous.
Yeah.
Super dangerous.
I think he could really cause Alcaraz a problem.
If he gets there. Because
The thing is with Alcaraz though, like Alcaraz peak is the best player in the world comfortably.
Yeah.
When he is at his, there's no one that can compete. But he's barely there. Like he barely peaks. For a guy with 4 slams, but he genuinely he plays some amazing tennis, but he loses a shitload of games and a shitload of points just doing stupid things.
Yeah.
And I think someone efficient like Corda can definitely cause him a problem.
I think we should pick Alcaraz because
I think he
it's
will
stupid
go
if we
through.
don't. Yeah, but I just wanted to put it on record that I think he's going to go out. Just my opinion, no one else's.
Cool.
Right, section 7, so we can fire through this a bit quicker, which is also a section that has Casper Ruud in it, which means
He won't get through.
they won't get through. That's so
know,
harsh.
man.
No, but who's in?
Oh no,
who's in-
this section has your poster boy,
It
Skinny.
does.
It says Felix Auger-Aliassime.
Who I'm quietly confident he started the year well. It has, but I am not picking him in this exercise because I don't want to put that. He knows I'm his biggest fan. I don't want to put the pressure on him. You know what I mean?
I'll pick him.
Do you think?
I think you have to Mensick. That's my pick.
But Felix beat him last week.
I think Auger-Aliassime gets to the quarters.
Yeah, first of all, his gear right now for the Australian Open's terrible, right? But yes, he's playing so well.
Okay.
Like this is what he does. He starts a season, plays really well, and then he disappears.
No, I'm going to back Felix on this as well. I'm surprised that you've not went. That you're the one who's
Tommy,
like,
I mean,
on the
Tommy.
fence
I
with
watched
it.
Tommy Paul last night. Tommy Paul's unbelievable. Like, no massive weapons, but his forehand is so good. His backhand is so good. He's so quick. He serves so well. Like, he's serving like 200 Ks. But I don't know what it is about him. I just find him hard to back.
He's just
Is that an aura thing? Is that an aura thing?
Yeah, he's
lack of
huge as
aura.
well though. Like he's massive. I don't know what it is, but I'm going Felix. I think Felix on his day probably is the best player in the section.
Let's just push it. Let's just go, Felix. Let's just
Yeah,
do it.
let's go,
And we'll
Felix.
move on to the final section, which has Price's favourite player through to the second round and Quinton Hallis. But I don't think that's the place we want to start. I know we've talked about Fernley already. It's Zverev. Anyone else want to pick anyone against?
He wins the section.
I think he
He
wins.
wins
I
the
don't want him to
section,
win the
so-
section.
I think he won the
but-
section, but with a good 4th round with Hugo Humbert.
Oh,
Tasty.
utter
That'll be
feast
tasty.
maybe for me.
It's tough, but I just think Zverev will. I think Zverev might go through to the quarters in straight sets, all the way.
Yeah, I don't think he gets in trouble.
Could do.
Everyone for Zverev, so we'll be
Yeah,
back on with
unfortunately
the
so.
Yeah.
quarters.
So our quarterfinals, we've got Yannick Sinner versus Dimonor. Are we thinking anything different there than a standard? Here we go. It's going to be a victory for Sinner, or do you think Dimonor, in a world that gets there, he's been playing well? Can he do any damage to the Sinner game?
No.
No,
Easy answer.
There was an insane
can't.
stat this morning that in 2 hours of tennis, Sinner hit, I think it was 6 unforced errors. That was it. In 2 hours of tennis today. That is
Yeah.
he can't beat them.
crazy.
He doesn't do anything. He does everything amazing, but nothing phenomenal.
Yeah, it's like did Dimonor not have that thing with Djokovic as well? Like you just go up against
Just couldn't beat
Djokovic and you just couldn't beat him. So
I mean, until
think
last year, I think he beat him once.
Yeah, so it's just that on repeat again, just different
No.
name.
So Sinner first semi-finalist for me.
Who's in the quarter?
Is it Taylor Fritz or Medvedev he's playing in that semi-final?
I'd go Medvedev.
Taylor Fritz.
I just fucking love Taylor Fritz at the moment. That's the best way to describe it. I hate everything about him, but I really like his tennis.
It's the most contradictory statement ever.
I know,
Okay.
but I mean, he's a pain in the arse, isn't he? He's got a pain in the arse misses.
Yeah.
He's got his whole persona as a pain in the arse. apart from his tennis, which is really good.
Okay, so that's that Fritz train then you guys are on. I mean, I'd back Medvedev, but democracy and all that, overrated, but
For me, it's
fair enough.
Fritz.
Fritz, yeah, I'll go Fritz. So is that Fritz in our semi?
Yeah. On
See,
the top.
that it just doesn't get me pumped up with that.
But then-
It's just a
I
bit
agree.
dull.
But this our quarterfinal, we've got Lehechka v Alcaraz. Does that get you pumped up at all?
No. Alcaraz will win that easily.
I'm telling you, mate, my prediction at the start of this is Lehechka makes the semi.
So Lehechka to beat Alcaraz in 5 or
I want to say that he
yeah.
beats Djokovic, then Alcaraz.
But in a different world, we could be talking Djokovic v Korda here. You know what I mean? Like,
or anyone else. It could be anyone.
Good.
I think I don't want to have a semi-final of the top 4 seeds, so I'm going to say Lehechka in the semi-final of the Australian Open with Callum Roberts.
Yes!
With cameras. As his manager. It's like Paul Heyman.
I've just had this feeling since the start of the tournament that Alcaraz is not getting to the quarterfinal. So he's not. So why would I put him in a semi-final? Lehechka, let's go.
Okay. I'll back that.
Okay.
But yes, look at that. Ross P's like panicking for his socials. So we'll be able to tag him in it. He might respond.
Yeah, might as well tag the 150th player in the world in. They might just put them in the final and they might go, oh, great. And then they'll retweet it.
That's what we'll do next time. Do that next time.
No, okay, fair enough. So is that Sinner versus Fritz and then Alcaraz?
It's
Lehechka!
The winner of this quarter.
versus Felix or Zverev. What are we thinking?
I'd like it to be Felix. I don't want it to be Zverev at
But
all. I don't
it's
want the
Zverev,
guy,
lads.
but
Come on. He's
it's
way too
gonna
good.
be Zverev. Yeah.
It could be his time.
Do you know? What? I think it's his time as well.
Great.
But
It's great.
Felix could upset Zverev
Easy.
just because he's a. If he gets a forehand cracking, Zverev will struggle with that.
Yeah.
Has Felix still got Tony Nadal? Or was that a brief thing?
No.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
Good off.
No.
Okay.
I think that stopped after Tony Nadal sat in Rafa's box when he was coaching Felix against him at the Roland Garros. I think that's the end of that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, for me, it's Zverev. Comfortable.
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry.
So we've got one blockbuster semi-final and one terrible semi-final. So we'll start with the terrible semi-final of Sinner v Fritz. What we thinking there, boys?
Sinner.
Sinner and 4.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Sinner and 4. Great shout. Sinner and 4.
The most
Loses a
vanilla
tiebreak.
shout ever.
Yeah, but it's
Loses a tiebreak. That's it.
Do you think I really want to hope that Fritz?
Fritz Lehechka.
yeah. Fritz Lehechka. Yeah. Fritz Lehechka final would be
We could have said ourselves half an hour, lads, and just went like Sinner and Zverev
Top
final.
2
What
seeds.
were we thinking?
I think
that's
they're too
top
good.
2 seeds, isn't it? Oh, that's so boring. Jesus. I mean, it goes.
But I
with
actually
seeding,
hope I really hope it's Sinner Djokovic final.
Yeah, and
But-
Djokovic gets his revenge.
See,
Kyrgios is in his box. Murray's in his box. All the anti.
I don't want Kyrgios in Djokovic's box. Fuck off.
WADA are in Djokovic's box.
can I just say,
They're amazing.
if it was Sinner v Djokovic
representative from
final,
WADA in Djokovic's box, just with a big WADA logo on their suit jacket, just fucking staring down center every change ends.
see if it was Sinner v Djokovic in a final, that final will be 2-2-2. It'll be an absolute rumpy bumpy.
Triple Desmond or double Desmond? No, Desmond. No, never mind. That doesn't work.
No,
No,
it
never
doesn't.
mind.
So right, the only thing I will say to finalise this draw is that Zverev beats Sinner in the final.
No.
Okay.
Mate, Sinner is so far ahead of everyone in my opinion. Sinner's playing orange ball, and everyone else is playing red ball tennis.
My only thing is the mentals still going to be there through the whole thing. That's the only.
Right, he's a fucking, he's an absolute freak.
Oh, yeah, he's won
doesn't
2
care.
slams. Yeah, he wore number 1.
And
He doesn't care, man.
Zverev hasn't won anything, so he's not got the mentals to win it.
An Olympic gold though.
Sinner to take it home everyone goes, oh, for fuck's sake. That's my prediction.
That would really, really sadden me.
I saw Alcaraz, Sinner did an interview, and the woman was like, so Alcaraz was saying like his goal for this year is just to win this tournament, so he's the youngest ever to win the career slam. And Sinner's interview was quite good. I was like, oh, it was like, well, there's lots of people that want to win this, and there's a long way to go, so wouldn't be making any predictions just now. Ooh. Man?
But you know the thing that ruins that? They practice
But
on
he
a
speaks
half court together.
Oh, long way to go. That's how he speaks.
Okay. More Colombian. But
he laughs, he goes, there's a long way to go.
But they practiced on a half court. That ruins the whole rivalry.
What, the whole
They practiced on a half court?
Yeah, they were on the same half court with each other, like half court singles. I'm like, what the fuck?
I love that.
No, but like, it's just a bit too. It's almost too friendly now.
It's like you and Frank practicing before the Shield final.
I didn't get a Shield final, mate.
No, Shield first round.
It was round of 32.
Yeah, mate, we're
great match
though.
Great
honestly,
match.
It's for a different podcast, the sports podcast. But I actually think rivalries in sport are dying off. It feels like a wee bit.
For sure, man. For sure. Sport's just a commercial thing now, isn't it?
But can we make a promise that in 2 weeks' time, when Sinner lifts the trophy and we're back on this podcast on the Monday night, are we just going to be like boring, or are we going to actually be like give him his props?
Well,
see how it goes.
well done, but
Circumstantial.
We'll see how it goes.
it depends. If he gives us a good match, a good final.
If he wins it all in straight sets, I'll give him a clap. See you. Too good.
Honestly, see for this podcast, I would love nothing more than in 2 weeks' time, Lehechka lifts that trophy and we're all buzzing out a tree. Callum turns up at 7 a.m. Australia time, still drunk from the night before because he's been out celebrating how good his prediction is.
Gone, yay! I think Lehechka and Brandon Nakashima.
Brilliant. That's the loosely
Can
strung
you see before we just go? I know I've been on for ages and I start working like 10 minutes, so I need to run. Can you just give me, except from Lehechka, can everyone give me one outsider player that they think can go far, and we'll see whose player goes the furthest?
Oh, I need a quick look. I need to think of.
Don't know.
How outsider do you want?
They can't be top. They can't be top 20. Okay. They can't be seeded. I just say they can't be seeded.
Oh, you've got Lehechka. He's seeded at 24.
Yeah,
he's not my pick.
No, but he's like an outside pick. No one's saying Lehechka's going to do anything apart from you.
Even though he's got
a
stinking draw, I'll say. Yeah. I would have said Korda at 22, but if not, even though he's got a stinking draw, Mensik, big bomb, young boy. He's one that's going to go big in the future. So why not start it now?
Yeah, one we didn't really talk about. Then Shapovalov finding a bit of form.
Yeah, I mean, I almost thought he was going to. I almost said he was going to go through the fourth round, but then I just thought, not too sure, man. Not too
Mine
sure.
is Brandon Nakashima, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll go Petri Pericard.
Okay, we're up against it then, boys. I obviously start working like a minute and a half. We've been on for like 4,000 hours, so I need to go.
Yeah, well, next week we'll review the first week of the Australian Open and let you all know our thoughts and feelings about it. Right, we're going to sign off. We've got no pricey to do the tune.
Lads.
Ross B, do you want to do it?
Yep. Did it. Boom. I know it's countdown, but fuck it. See you later.
That's not it.
See you later this week.
Thanks for coming.